What Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for ITLC Chapter 2. So, here's the problem I have with this manga, and it's just a goddamn shame because this art is just freaking fabulous. But the problem is that I already thought that, you know, concept-wise, that this was a little bit too much like Ron Kamanahashi, Deranged Detective, but there's a bigger problem than that, and that is Aoi's character herself. Unlike with Ron, who, you know, with every case, he changes up his methods a little bit to adapt to the case itself. And yes, by the end of, you know, the case, when they capture the criminal and he tells, you know, the criminal to kill themselves, that even changes too, you know, to adapt to the case. Aoi to me seems too much of a one-note type of character, and that her methods just aren't changing, and that's a big problem, especially for this genre of manga. And I'm really hope that I'm wrong about this. But we'll have to see what direction Inawoka goes in. But anyway, let's get to this chapter and see what's in store for us this week. Oh, God, Inawoka, please, please, please fix this writing, because, God, this art is just so gorgeous. It fits the genre so perfectly. Ah, yes, look how beautiful you are, my precious star. My, how you shine so brightly. Oh, God, Inawoka, you kill me, man. And this chapter is titled Jewel. Mr. Suzuki, Mr. Suzuki, Mr. Suzuki, Mr. Suzuki, you're home, aren't you? I've already figured out that the serial arsonist in the next town is you, isn't it, Mr. Suzuki? I'm here because I want to see you. Enough of your lies. I'm an arsonist on what grounds? Perhaps you hate women who are pushy? Perhaps you hate women who are pushy? You're not listening. Oh, I have grounds for what I said. After all, the arson scenes line up perfectly with the route you take to work. Shut up, detective. Shut up. Detective my butt. Now beat it. All right, then, if you insist. I'm just going to leave my photo right here. And it says, always by your side. Give it a rest. The arsonist turned himself in? Yeah, just a second ago, all thanks to the person you can't stand, Aoi. Yeah, I know her methods, her crazy stalker methods effective, but it's just not the same. It's just, oh God, I just wish it was more like what we're getting with, like, Detective, and I forgot to mention Detective Conan, I should have. Detective Conan, it's the same thing that Aoi don't have, where, you know, both Conan and Ron Kamanahashi, they both adapt to, you know, the case that they're solving, and they do it in really cool and different ways. But I really think it's more appropriate for Aoi to be more like Ron, especially. God, seriously, it's more appropriate for her to be more like Ron Kamanahashi than anything else. Just a little bit, obviously a little bit more different based on, you know, what we found out about Ron. But still, just a little bit more of a twist because of the trauma. You could do so much with it. Anyway. Yeah, just a second ago, all thanks to the person you can't stand, Aoi. That I what? You're misconstruing my words. I am? What? Piece of candy? Look at Ukon. It's just that Please, I beg of you, my polite and shining armor, my beloved Mr. Suzuki, please let me interrogate him. I can't let you do that. Mr. Ukon, no way, Aoi. Here, have some candy. Besides, this Suzuki guy refuses to see you. He dumped me? This Riza Aoi, First Criminal Investigation Division Detective. This marks yet another case she's cracked, using the same unacceptable methods. With each case, she falls hopelessly in love yet again with the criminal, and with those feelings as her driving force, she unintentionally solves the case using very questionable methods. This art is just gorgeous. In the case from the other day, she did everything from stalking to breaking and entering. Oh well. No time to mope about. I must shift... Oh, this art! I must shift gears in order to meet my next blight in shining armor. She basically uses unsolved crimes to search out criminals. This art, man, this art is so good. This art is beautiful. It just fits the genre, but oh, this writing, man, this Aoi's lore is just, oh, I'm just not digging Aoi's lore. A literal case of fighting poison with poison. Oh, God, I love this background. It's cool. Your next one? I assume she means the Lolita serial murder. Ooh, now here's some potential. The Lolita serial murders. Someone has been abducting girls on their way home, dressing them in Lolita fashion, and then killing them. We found 3 bodies to date. Now here's some potential. First of all, we getting into some Criminal Minds shit. That is good. I'm very excited that we're getting into Criminal Minds shit. The other thing is that now we're gonna see if Aoi gonna go into not this like one, if she's gonna be a one-trick pony or not. I really, really hope that we're gonna see her go next level. Because again, because her mind is so fucked up from what happened to her. Ooh, this is gonna be good. This could be really, really good. Or this could end up really, really bad. She's probably talking about the perp and the case we're working. What? That's the perp she sets her sights on? Who is it, Ms. Aoi? Please tell us. Tell you? No, why would I do that? You didn't just end up arresting my darling culprit, wouldn't you? Want to run away with them? I want to run away with them, not run them to prison. No detective should ever say that. I just can't wrap my head around her lack of drive to actually arrest a perp. Well, it's called Stockholm Syndrome. You can't understand it. Alright, I'll be stepping out now. Don't tell me you're going to see the suspect. Oh, not exactly. What's all this? I figured out... See? She doing some Criminal Minds shit. I figured I'd try to suit the culprit's taste. Well, how do I look? I cannot believe her. Looks like she outplayed you. I'm so pathetic. Don't get so worked up. I'm sure she'll shed some light on her suspect. Rolling with the punches is just another part of the job. Ukon, why do you think Ms. Aoi falls in love with the perpetrators? It's basically what she told you. She simply wants to let them into her heart. Because I want them there. But the people she falls for are criminals. Who will be there to protect her? Dad accepted a criminal into his life and ended up dead because of it. I don't want that to happen again. I don't want another person dying the way Dad did. Oh, don't bring him into this. Now this is an interesting twist. Because both of them, well, all of them, have had to deal with trauma involving criminals. This is an interesting twist. The idea of Dad was also a kind of, the idea of Dad's was also a kind of poison. The kind that drives you to your demise. Ooh, now we're getting somewhere with this writing. Fudutsuki here. On it, sir. There's a breaking and entering at a taxi cab company. Let's go. But that's not our department. It's a direct order from the chief. Oh, can I grab 2 candies for the road? Hey, he's got one heck of a sweet tooth. The other taxi cab companies in the neighborhood said they've had break-ins too. Same suspect, perhaps? Here's the security camera footage. This person looks awfully familiar. Ah, Aoi! What is she doing? What's that she's digging through? The employee directory, addresses, shifts, assigned areas, you name it. Those papers hold all of the employees' and personal information. Here's where she starts laying them out. What info could be so important she'd go so far as to break into place to get it? What could she be looking for? The suspect's info? Not this one or this one or this one. I found you! But that makes her hint even more cryptic. Let's see. Candy, that's it! Our guy laced candy with a sleeping aid and then offered it to his fares on their way home. Oh, and this is Criminal Minds shit. It is, because he's singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Heading home from work? Yes, please sit back and relax. In fact, see those candies? Take as many as you'd like. Why, thank you very much. Ooh. This is straight up Criminal Minds. This is the kind of stuff if we're going the Criminal Minds route, that is absolutely fine. This is what I was hoping we would get from this. And that would be what sets this apart from, say, a Detective Conan or a Ron Kamonohashi. This is good. Alright. This case taught me a lesson of dangers that come when you try to fight poison with poison. Ooh. Come on. Sorry, it's taking a second for this to scroll. There we go. Alright, that's the end of the chapter. So, I'm really liking that. I'm liking that we are heading in more of like a Law and Order / Criminal Minds direction. This is good. This is, I should say, more of like a Law and Order than a Criminal Minds more than any. Hold on a second. What? No, this is definitely more of I would say more on the Criminal Minds side of things than Law and Order. Because they're trying to, because what AOE's doing is trying to get to the psychology, the mindset of the perp, and try to fit, their profile. If we want to go the Criminal Minds route, all right, I am down. Go, please go. If you want, if anything, that would set this manga. I should have thought about that. So I think what we're gonna get here. And I am okay with this, is, as I said, oh, it's okay. I just want to make sure. Inawelka, this is what I want. I want you to take this, as I said, in, like, the Criminal Minds direction. And I would say Law and Order, but no. I want you to go disturbing. I want you to go Criminal Minds on this bitch. I want them just, and maybe even, to an extent, you could go CSI on this, but nah, CSI to an extent, but more in the Criminal Minds direction. I want it to be fucked up. You started this with this chapter. I want it to be extremely fucked up with these cases. That's what I want with these perps in particular. I want the most fucked up shit you can give me. Go watch some Criminal Minds and get inspired if you need to. But that's what I want. I want Criminal Minds. I want some Criminal Minds like cases up in here. But I am still concerned that AOE is still a little bit, is going to still be a little bit of too much of a one note / one trick pony. She is this is a good start to try and proving wrong on this, but I want a little bit more. I want a little bit more variety in her character. Like, you could still have that personality. Go look at Ron Kamanahashi, Deranged Detective. That is the best example. Ron still has, like, that same personality, that happy-go-lucky personality. He still maintains it, but, like, the methods that he uses to adapt to the case, and we saw this, and I will say this, we did see a little bit of that here, but the way that it's done in Ron Kamanahashi is just, it's just a little bit different. It's just a little bit more fun. I just want something a little bit, I want something more from here. I just want something more disturbing. I do. I want more Criminal Minds. I do. It would just take this, to me, it would take this manga to a whole nother level. It really would. But the other thing, remember the other thing I said about, like, the Stockholm Syndrome angle? That, you got so much to work with that, Inawoka. I would definitely use that to your advantage. And the other thing I like that you are using here is the fighting poison with poison. I love it. I freaking love it. But yeah, I'm really curious what you guys think. I think that what will make this manga succeed and maybe even set it apart from any mystery manga / criminal manga, but mystery thriller, criminal thriller, psychological thriller manga that we've seen, is to go in, as I said, the Criminal Minds direction. Maybe even like take maybe mix it with, as I said, like CSI and Law and Order, but more so in the Criminal Minds and CSI, and to an extent CSI direction. I would love to have a mixture of Criminal Minds and CSI up in here. Oh, that would be so amazing. That would be the best freaking combination. Can you just imagine having a manga, especially with a character as fucking psycho as AoE? And if you take it to another level of psycho with AoE, that'd be bomb. And then you have, the straight men going on with the brothers. So you got the Hardy the equivalent of the Hardy brothers doing shit in the background with the clues. So, like, that's why I'm saying you could have, like, the CSI element going on with that shit, and then you have AoE on the front lines doing some, like, I think of Horatio. Why I'm thinking of Horatio in this way. Well, I think of Horatio from CSI Miami, how he does his shit on the front lines. But yeah, like, you could do so much with this. You could, and it would be fast as hell. Oh my god, please, for the love of God, please give me Criminal Minds meet CSI, and this would be, like, the best freaking manga. Especially with this art that we're getting here. I will be so happy with that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that that this manga should go in the Criminal Minds meet CSI direction? Or do you think it should be something else? And do you guys think that AoE right now is too much of a one-note character like I do, and that she needs something more? Or do you think she's going in the right direction? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. if you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive so I can keep bringing you more, oh my gosh. Cover so much manga today. ITLC content. Thank God. ITLC content. There's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.